And there's the man they've talked about all week, Andy Sheridan. Huge loose head prop. And a clash with Carl Heyman. That is worth the admission alone.
Well, they just call this place headquarters. That's it, simply headquarters.
Yes, it is a magnificent rugby stadium, no question about that. And when the Southern Stand is restored, and we understand the All Blacks will be back next year to help celebrate, let's watch the haka.
Well, it's powerful. It's powerful and it's Kiwi.
And they saved it for Twickenham. Magnificent. And in response, land of hope and glory. So there's quite some build-up to this game.
Certainly a contrast of styles, which of course we'll see on the field as well during the match.
Here's the man in the middle, Alan Lewis of Ireland. Lasted the All Blacks in 2003 against Wales in Hamilton. And his assistants, Joel Schut of France, Craig Joubert of South Africa, and the TMO, the television match official, Malcolm Changling of Scotland. So England from right to left in the first half, with the gaping hole of the southern stand, or the lack of it, behind them. And we're almost set to go for the 28th time, the All Blacks against England, and Charlie Hodgson gets us going as Chris Jack waits. And the All Blacks control it inside their 22. And Kelleher's first pass away to Dan Carter, and he's kept it a bit low, and across on the far wing to Mark Cueto. And the All Blacks forced to defend just from their own 22 as it comes to Dawson. Away to Hodgson, looking for a big miss out pass to Phil Vickery. And he's taken down by Jerry Collins. Quickly to Dawson again, Hodgson stabbing it through, and the All Blacks happy to let it go into touch.
Well, great start, England. They put the heat on. Chris Jack took the ball in. The England 8 were there. Big pressure. The clearance kick wasn't enough. England on attack. New Zealand ball though, so big pressure on this first line out.
Now Chris Jack was very slow coming back there.
Yeah, Danny Krugok just getting in the way, tried to stop him coming back on the All Black side of the line out.
Yes, it's going to be a contest here. There's no doubt about that. The gamesmanship begins. Yeehaw.
Nicely taken down from the Mialamu throw.
Oh, beautiful.
Bit untidy for Kelleher. Oh, he's getting himself into trouble. He had to go and he gets driven back. But he's placed the ball nicely. And the All Blacks have Carter standing almost on the dead ball line. And Dawson charges down.
Oh, penalty. Penalty for throwing the ball into goal, I think.
Boy, are those England forwards amped up.
Controlled aggression. Yes, sir. Not uncontrolled aggression. Don't want you shouting at the opposition. You just deal with your own game. Understand? Calm down.
Shouting. Well.
Well, it's an interesting call. This he's got Dan Carter for knocking it deliberately into touch and goal. Not sure why he didn't just force the ball, but anyway, let's carry on with Thompson to throw. England, well, big start to the game.
The answer to that is pressure. Huge pressure here.
Nicely taken down. Now England will try and drive the All Blacks back here. Making good progress, getting to the line and try.
Well, that is a mammoth psychological blow to England. Absolutely massive. They've put big pressure on this New Zealand line out, driving it back, pressure on the two inside backs, Kelleher and Carter, and now they've put pressure on the front 8. And they've won that first battle. That very, very important psychological battle.
Martin Corrie, the captain, First try that England have scored in 3 games against the All Blacks. Now, Dan Carter just couldn't quite control this. Be interesting to see whether the kick was actually charged over the line or before it. Now, this is the drive for the line by England, and the All Blacks just couldn't stop it. Ball grounded, and Alan Lewis said fair try. Here's Hodgson's conversion attempt, and it's on target.
Great start by England, but it all came about because twice the All Blacks failed to clear from inside their 22. Firstly Dan Carter, and then under pressure Byron Kelleher. And it's clear that England are going to put a lot of pressure on Byron Kelleher as a way of trying to unsettle Dan Carter.
Right, so the restart. 4 minutes gone. All Blacks haven't really had the ball at all, as it's nicely claimed by Ben Cohen coming in from the left wing.
Stay on. Don't touch it. 6.
All Blacks out of the blocks quickly as the kick spirals downfield. Fielded by Muliaina. Now a chance for the All Blacks. Soialo, and he looked awkwardly placed to take it.
I think he actually slipped just before he took the pass.
Yeah, maybe the surface a little bit slippery. There hasn't been sunlight on the ground itself, so there might be a bit of dew out there. He just stumbled.
So the talk in the crowd, of course, is this team doesn't look so good, so invincible under pressure.
Righto, here's this first scrum.
Engage. Stand up. Stand up. Start leaving.
Steve Hansen looking on.
Okay. Captain.
It's all about putting a line in the sand and saying we can handle this scrummaging.
I understand this pressure and tension, right? I just want you to play with controlled aggression. If it gets outside that now, comes into my territory. I didn't like what happened after. Thank you. Now let's settle down. Wait for my call.
The big clash is on this side. Sheridan, who's been labelled a world beater this week against Carl Heyman. Thompson's come up.
Stand up, please. Okay, wait now. Wait.
Good scrum, though. So England, of course, putting the ball on, they want a stable scrum. They want to have good controlled ball. So if it's not stable, it means New Zealand's putting pressure on them.
Engage. Penalty. 1. Just come out. This way. Straight in. Down.
Well, he's got Tony Woodcock on some sort of technicality.
Yeah, going in on the angle was the call, but England have got it the way they want it at the moment. They're putting pressure on, and they would feel that they're points up at scrum time.
And just go straight.
Well, it's all very well to start well. Can they sustain it? 6 minutes gone. England ahead, 7-0. Thompson with the throw. They've got some big men. It's been hooked back by Soialo, and the All Blacks have cleared it away. Major flicks it, bad pass. Snapped up by Muliaina, standing wide out on that left wing side. Now the All Blacks going straight up the centre of the England ruck. Sivi Batu. Good burst almost to the halfway line, and advantage coming as Carter gets it off to Collins. Collins lobbing it out into centre field.
Come here.
Now what's the problem?
Come here.
Well, he was playing advantage at the breakdown.
Captain, just move away. I'll deal with him. Move away.
Oh,
Captain.
guess who's being spoken to?
Danny Grucott, sent off, 1998.
No, just move away. I've had a penalty there for your 7 coming in the side. I had a penalty for this guy slapping out at a player who was nowhere near the ball. The ball was well gone. There was no dummy runner, nothing. Don't take it into your own hands.
Well, he's got a record. He's got a record. and he's been convicted in the past.
Well, I mean, obviously the English forward pack are trying to negate the New Zealand 15-man game. They're making it a forward confrontation. They're trying to intimidate.
There's a good run by Chris Marsoy to get them going forward, though, Murray.
And also the throw in the line out, one against the line out. Beautifully taken at the front.
Well, it was hooked back by Soialo, who was standing in at number 2. Now it's an All Black throw.
So this is an opportunity to grab a bit of composure.
They didn't make the space, so he's given a free kick as Jerry Collins takes it in. Now it's there for Kelleher. Flat pass to Mialamu. Kelleher again works it away to Carter. He's well looked after, though. England's defence very flat. Now it's Chris Jack. All Blacks will be prepared to be patient. Pretty untidy at the moment, though.
Yeah, he's dived straight over the goal. Now he's reversed it.
So certainly a kick at goal. There's the option. Oh, it's the wrong way.
Well, he had his arm out the other way.
Yeah, he did. He had the arm out for the England forward, diving over the top of the ruck, and then obviously one of the New Zealanders took matters into his own hands. So perhaps just a little loss of composure there. And the All Blacks still to settle into this game.
Number 4 there is Steve Borthwick. 5 Grucott. 6 is Pat Sanderson. Thompson's throw. Hooked back by Grucott. Now Hodgson looking to run their own dummy runners, but it breaks down. Good driving tackle by Doug Howlett.
Oh, yeah, great tackle.
On his opposite number, Ben Cohen. Taken in by Tyndall. Now Dawson. Straight into Jerry Collins. Looking for this is Lewis Moody. No change, though, from the All Black forwards as they're driven back a couple of metres. Now it goes to Hodgson. Turns it back inside to Grucott. England getting driven back in the tackles. Moody. Now it's with Cueto, and they ran into each other. So looking just a little disorganised.
Yes, it's offensive defence. New Zealand quite effective. Body positions low on defence and just driving them back just a little bit to start with.
I think territory is going to be a key to this game. You can't see England manufacturing too much from way out, but if they get New Zealand inside their own 22, then clearly they'll look to pressurise them.
All Black scrum. Soialo struggling to hang on. Scrum was good initially, then it just lost a bit of shape.
Yep. Pressure once again. Soialo, just a little mistake. Just losing control of it. Sure, if he did knock it forward, it looked like it knocked it back and then it bounced forward.
Engage. Stand up, please. Both. Just a second. Hang on. We can't go there. Let's make sure our momentum is forward. Both of you.
12 minutes gone, first half.
Crouch and hold. Engage. Stay down. 7.
Oh, he's in trouble. Dawson. All Blacks through the scrum nicely, and they'll get their own put in.
Ooh, I'm not sure he should have blown the whistle so early.
Well, it was there for New Zealand, but I'd say that they've just got one back. Penalty earlier on went to England's way, and you always wonder whether the referee's having a bit of a guess in those early ones, but that was a good scrum from New Zealand.
Well, Marseille nailed him, and there was one other, and I wasn't quite sure who that was, but then the support came and they drove them back. So it's a little bit of a...
So the captain, Martin Corrie, just receiving some attention. An opportunity, obviously, for England to rethink their scrum.
Back up, please. Crouch and hold.
So, the New Zealand scrum.
Oh, fantastic
Good
hit by
scrum.
Heyman.
Good scrum.
Great hit.
Good ball.
Now Carter turns it back inside to Howlett. Tried to wriggle his way through a couple of tackles, couldn't do so. Now Kelleher out in the midfield. Nice pass, Umaga to Collins, who ploughs straight ahead. Ball is on the All Blacks side, snapped up by Marsoe. And the All Blacks momentum continues up towards the 22. Now it's swung away by Kelleher to Umaga. Knocked down by Major. And there have been a few handling problems early on. Pass looked all right.
Yes, a couple of little mistakes, but this is the big match. This is the big moment. This is when it all is loaded on you. First few minutes particularly.
Just going back to that scrum, Carl Heyman ramrod back straight, and God, what a hit he got on the much talked about Mr. Sheridan.
Well, certainly at the moment, I'd say the New Zealand scrum looks like it might get the better of England. That would be a turnaround. There'd be a few surprised people around here.
Just a few concerns about Tony Woodcock. But he's okay. So the battle resumes. All Blacks walking over the top of England that time.
Yeah, and a turnover.
Fantastic
Ooh.
scrum. Now there's not so much mouthing going on now from the men in white.
No, and in fact the crowd's gone a little bit quiet too. This is the area where they felt, the English felt they would have ascendancy.
Boy, he's got a big mouth too, that Thompson, hasn't he?
Yeah, there's a lot of talk over here. No doubt about that. More talk here than anywhere. There's a lot of ill-informed talk too, you know. It's quite amusing, really.
Warren Gatlin in the crowd.
Ah.
Stay square. Just hit square and stay. Coach and hold. Engage.
Good All Black scrum again. Nice platform. Not such a good pass though, as Carter hands it off. Now Major shoves one out of the road, and that was Mark Cueto. Ball left behind, snapped up by Byron Kelleher.
There it is. Hands up. Watch your feet.
Kevin Mialamu having to play in there. Sivivatu is out to the left. It's very slow though. In fact, he's going to look right now. Mialamu to Carter, up to Chris Jack. Inside the 22 go the All Blacks. They haven't ventured this far for a while. Now it's Rodney Soialo. Takes another metre or so. Placed back. Now Sivivatu off to Carl Heyman. And the big man puts his head down.
And runs into a bit of trouble, but he's got support. There it is.
Lays it nicely. Kelleher now for Carter. Carter straight through. Now he gets it off to Umaga. What a beauty.
Well, the expression says it all on Graham Henry's face. Let's take that. There's one back.
Lovely in pass from Dan Carter, and Tana Umaga, 73rd Test match today, comes up with his 37th try. This was so beautifully worked.
Oh, Carter through the hole. He spotted it, and then the timing of the pass, simply wonderful. Thank you.
So the All Blacks conceding the early try, then gutsing it out for 10 minutes of hit straight back. Here's Carter through the tackle of Corrie, and the last line of defence, Lucy, and the skipper. What a week it's been for him, is in under the post.
Well, it's what happens when they fly up quickly to try and put pressure on Carter. They leave holes behind them.
So Hodgson now to get us going again. Again, Chris Jack lines it up. Oh, he lost it behind him, but it fell for Kevin Mialamu. All Blacks a little lucky to get away with that. Now Kelleher. Now Carter spins it wide. Umaga in a bit of space, puts the foot down, and is taken by Tyndall and takes it to ground and doesn't release. Well, in fact, he said sealing it off rather than not released.
Matana looking for the hole. Just beautiful tackle that was. So he went to pull. He did plant it, in fact.
Well, that's pretty tough. That's Mills Muliaina he's got there. He just tried to drive over the top of it, went to ground. And that's what I say about the territory game. The All Blacks don't really want to be playing too much football inside their own 22, inside their own 10-metre mark.
Well, I'm not sure. Tony, they look like a team that can attack from anywhere. They have done so on this tour, and I don't know if the position is so important. It's the quality of the possession.
Hodgson. So England back in front. 10 points to 7. 18 minutes gone. First spell. Carter. Waiting for this is Ben Cohen, back in the England team, and he's off across field.
Release, hands off.
Yeah, they did all right, though.
Mike Tyndall, not such a great kick. Sits up for Mills Muliaina. The All Blacks looking to counter-attack, and brings it back strongly to the 10-metre line. Good platform here, and Soialo shovels it on to Major. Now Carter looking to run Doug Howland into position, but he holds it back nicely. Gallagher again. Carl Heyman lobs it out to Collins in centre field. Got away from Moody. Gallagher again. Sivivatu. Umaga well held. All Blacks at the moment not making too much ground, but they try to get it wide.
But they're stretching the defence. That's the key thing. Slow ball. There'll be a contact area here now.
Muliaina. Tony Woodcock.
Good defence, England.
Very good defence. And they sealed it in there. In fact, they used their hands in there. Well, it's a patience game. And it might have been Lewis Moody.
Yeah, he has some of the English pundits that I spoke to before the game a little bit worried. He's a real live wire. He's a very determined physical player, but he does give away a lot of penalties on the ground. We saw that during the Lions tour.
Well, the referee under a bit of pressure here, of course, too. I mean, I think both those two penalties, this one here and the one before, are a little marginal. So in this one, of course, New Zealand had the ball under control. That's why I was a bit surprised. So Jerry Collins taking the brunt of the first rush tackle and then setting it up. So this will be a good kick for Dan Carter. Probably about 45 metres. Must be a strange feeling kicking into a construction site rather than into a grandstand of people like he'd be used to.
Hits it beautifully. Kicking with great rhythm at the moment, Dan Carter. So back we go to all square. 10 all after 21 minutes.
Did you see those ridiculous hats? I guess they keep their heads warm. I don't know how long they'll be leaving them on after the game, though.
It's a cold day at Twickenham. Probably about 5 degrees Celsius as Ali Williams stretches up, knocks it down, and it's been knocked on now by England. And the clearance is made by Gallagher. Bit of pushing and shoving in the background, but nothing too serious.
But not secured, that ball, those kickoffs.
Yeah, Moody got up after it and really flew into him as he was trying to pull it down. Williams just contested it in the air really well. You can see there, might have been a little bit lucky. Challenged him in the air.
Ten all. Steve Thompson. Grewcock, he threw it to no one in particular. Taken by Williams. And the All Blacks have turned it over quickly. Now Collins out in midfield. Slips the pass. to Marsoe. Cullen's got it back. Now it's wide to Sivivatu. Gets rid of Jamie Noon, who went too high. And the All Blacks hoeing into this one. There it is again for Carter. Tried to take the gap, but it closed pretty smartly.
Yeah, because the runner was taken also.
Good composure, though, by the All Blacks. They're just building slowly. Now the impasse to no one at all. Knocked down by England.
Oh,
and here
beautiful.
goes Kelleher in the gap. He's got Umaga with him. Umaga for the line. And can't quite get there. Got it up. And I think the try's been scored.
Ooh. How did he free that ball?
He wants to have a look at this. The All Blacks are pretty sure they've got it through Rodney
I just
So'oialo.
want to know, was the ball regathered and touched down correctly?
Yeah, they're not going back to halfway, Nisbo. Mind you, they did a couple of times last week and ended up not getting the result, so perhaps they don't want to tempt fate.
Well, it was a great tackle from behind. It was a tremendous run by Umaga as well. And he realised he was just short. Perfect copybook stuff.
Oh, no, it's been knocked down.
Oh, it's not a try.
Well, it depends. Has he lost that forward?
I'm not sure if it was lost forward.
Well, this might tell us. It's
See, that squirts out the back, doesn't it?
it does squirt back.
So this might be a try to that
Rodney
first
So'oialo.
left hand of Rodney So'oialo.
Oh boy, if
They've
he
cut
gives
the
this,
replay off.
let's have a look.
Knock forward. Stunning. Not sure this is a good one.
So some gaps starting to appear in this much vaunted England defence. Try not given.
Crouch and hold.
Bit of a test of the English scrum now.
I'm not having it going into that. New Zealand, stand up. I want it steady. I wanted to go into a steady scrum.
I guess the ruling was he never had control of the ball.
Engage. Free kick. Back. No, you can't do it from there, round there. I asked you twice. Back off.
Well, I
want it
don't
steady.
know whether Alan Lewis really knew what he was giving out that free kick for,
No.
but he just thought that it was time to have one.
I think that's right.
That's not out. Sivivatu had to let it bounce. It's taking forever to get it. Oh. He didn't knock it on. Surely no, he didn't. Muliaina. The chasers are coming up. And nicely done by Josh Lucy. So England should have the ball here. It comes quickly for Dawson. Now it's with Sanderson. And England just in All Black territory. Dawson again fires it off to Hodgson. Now they've got a little bit of space. Lucy gets it wide to Cueto. And a copybook tackle by Dan Carter. He got up and went again. Looked to me as though he was held. England are going to try and spread it wide again. This time it's Major who comes up and shuts down Jamie Noon right in centre field. Dawson looking to find a channel up the middle. And he didn't release.
Leave it. No. Him holding. Isolated on the ground. Isolated.
Richie McCaw in the crowd today. Huge disappointment that he couldn't play. Nicely done here by Josh Lucy. And England looked as though they just made a bit of room here. What a good tackle though by Carter.
Yes, it was copybook. So very tight affair so far. Only just the one turnover in the game.
England. If they're not going to listen, I'll free kick him.
Mialamu throws to So'oialo. Kelleher now. Carter to Umaga. In pass to Sivivatu. Almost got through. Hodgson just managed to hang on. All Blacks work the blind side with Kelleher to Williams. And he's turned it. The ball's been turned over. And a kick made by Ben Cohen, which probably wasn't the greatest move as the ball was turned over. And Muliaina is able to kick it away down to Lucy. He gets it off to Corrie. And the All Blacks into him pretty smartly. 10-metre line All Black territory. Now Hodgson charged. Marsoe's after it. And it's been snapped up instead by Cueto. And his kick bounces into touch.
Well, 26 magic minutes of this game gone. And it is a full-on contest. Look at this tackle. And then Maialamu right on the ball, right on the money. On the money, honey.
We've got a boot off here, Carl Heyman. So he's done the right thing, Carl Heyman. He's gone and stood around about where Charlie Hodgson is, so that play can't carry on.
Fairly interesting crowd, this one. Very keen to boo anything, aren't they? And half the time they don't know what they're booing. I think they're booing a guy putting his boot on. Give me a break. Yeah. So a little bit of lazy running, maybe. So the last line out went to Rodney Suialu. And it was cleanly taken, beautifully delivered, good go forward ball. And
ball thrown. It's gone again to Soialo, using him a lot.
So this is going to be a kick.
Gallagher does it himself. Lobs it down to Lucy. Now it's with Cueto. Oh, another kick charged, and there's a knock on. All Blacks are going to get it. So several kicks by England have been charged by the All Blacks.
Just taking too much time. The intensity of this match is something to behold, and players just aren't getting a lot of time on the ball. You get the feeling that New Zealand does have the back talent in particular to take a hold of this match, but because of the intensity and the very little time that players are having on the ball, they're making mistakes that they haven't really made in the last two games. It's just because of the occasion.
Oh, in actual fact, it just hit Tana Umaga on the side of the head.
Yeah, right in the face.
Nice header.
It was a poor kick, actually. It was too low with, I mean, he didn't even have his arms up as though he was trying to charge it down because he thought he was beyond that.
Phil Vickery just receiving some attention for England. Veteran tight head prop where they missed him on the Lions tour.
Fair bit of maturity in this England side in comparison to the New Zealand side. 3 or 4 players over 30 years of age.
First scrum for a wee while, and the All Blacks are rock solid. Kelleher away for Carter. Carter looking again for the gap, which once again closes. Now it's with Marsoe. And that's against the skipper. Slowing the All Black ball down. And just interesting too that nearly every time a scrum is called, one of the England forwards goes down. They're definitely trying to slow this game down to their own pace.
Well, I'm not a scrum expert, Nisbo. I've said that before, but from where I'm watching, I think Carl Heyman is getting the better of Sheridan. He's going very straight on that last scrum. Sheridan was under immense pressure. He's a big man. He's got a long way to bend. I mean, we know that Carl Heyman's a tall man for a prop, but that's a battle I think the All Black number 3 is winning against this man who really has been the talk of the town during the week after that very powerful performance by the England forwards against Australia last week.
Yes, well, Andy Sheridan is playing just his 3rd test match, and he really has been written up here as something quite exceptional.
Well, I guess it's understandable because they did so well against the Australian scrum.
So here's Carter, and the All Blacks have gained the lead for the first time in the game, and it's taken them 29 minutes to lead by 13-10.
Yes, there's a little bit of composure developing in my mind. I can see 65% of possession is New Zealand's way.
Hodgson, big high restart. Waiting for this is Jackie. Didn't have to rise together. Now it's away for Carter on that favoured left boot. Not timing it terribly well, but like the first kick that he made. And it sits there for Lucy. Little kick and chase, but Kelleher's read it easily. Crowd holler.
Oh, he just ran straight into the first player he could see.
Muliaina waiting back for this one. Back now for Major. And being a little more conservative as he spirals it towards touch. Taken down by Ben Cohen and the left winger.
It was never on that kick, really. Cohen was sitting there waiting.
So England have it. As Dawson shovels it out to Hodgson. Now looking to get it wide. They're lining up. But running just a little across field. The All Blacks have crowded them towards that touchline, and they've got it up off the ground as well. There it is for Dawson. Hodgson putting a bit of a tester for Doug Howlett, and easy inside the 22. Takes it quickly, gives it off to Muliaina. Not a great move. It was 2-on-2.
They went back 10. Went back 10 from the mark. Still high risk stuff, isn't it?
Quickly taken. Collins off to at least Soialo. Sold a good dummy, which was well bought by Corrie. Now Kelleher for Major. Bit of space here, but it quickly closes down.
That's a turnover. England, that's their first of the game.
Now Dawson, can they create anything out wide? Two New Zealand loose forwards there. Marsoi and Soialo closing the ball play down. Now Steve Thompson. And coming again for Dawson. Hodgson again, probing away, but running into this black line of defence. All Blacks leading 13-10. 8 minutes remaining first half. Sanderson.
He's turned, but they've got it still, England.
Hodgson again. Lucy.
I reckon that's a tough one, that one as well. The New Zealand player was clearly on his feet there, but he called not rolling away.
A split second too long. Well,
just lost control of it. That was a little earlier on, but Aaron Major just slipping out of his hand.
Martin Corrie receiving some more attention. Just got a bit of a problem, I think, with his elbow.
well, that was the little kick put ahead by Lucy. Ran straight into the back of Umaga. Crowd felt there was some obstruction, but clearly not.
Lewis wasn't buying it.
So here's Hodgson. Oh, he's pulled it. Not a difficult kick. So the All Blacks off the hook there. Continue to lead 13-10. 7 minutes remaining. Just rushed it a wee bit. Dragged out by Kelleher. They've got room here. Carter. Still going, Carter. Beautiful in pass to Umaga. Flings it into Muliaina. Now it's with Howlett. Looking to link up with Woodcock. And it's with Chris Jack. Kelleher. Plenty of black jerseys still around at Williams. England forced to make a lot of tackles. All Blacks looking for quick ball. Now they get it. Collins. Charges straight ahead.
Oh, Collins did very well.
Now they go wide for Muliaina. Sheridan made a good tackle on him. Still on the All Black side with some difficulty though.
Yeah, no, it was a good second wave from England. Counter ruck.
Now Major fires it wide for Howlett. And a knock on.
Well, the crowd are roaring their approval for the knock on, but England are getting really stretched when the All Blacks move the ball.
The All Blacks seem to have numbers in this move here, and it was a lovely pass by firstly Carter, then Umaga.
Just watch for Thompson here on Woodcock.
Yeah, he was sweating on him all right.
Yeah.
Now there's problems just as we watch these replays for Byron Kelleher.
Fantastic. Daniel Carter sensing the space around him, wanting to draw players to feed the unmarked man. Terrific support play, this movement of the All Blacks. It really is stretching the English defence. I think, Nisbo, you spoke about the number of tackles that England were having to make. And of course, it's the sort of thing that wears them down, and it's a very, very tight game going into the half. But I wonder how long they're going to be able to hold in the second half. That will be the question, provided the possession keeps on coming New Zealand's way.
England doing plenty of work in that scrum before the ball went in.
Like it in a bit quicker. Crouch and hold. Engage.
Well, they're going backwards.
They are.
Corrie gets dragged down by Marsoe.
Hands off, lock.
It's there though for Dawson. Now Sanderson. Oh, he got away from Byron Kelleher. He's got support from Cohen. He got away from Howlett. And England have got a bit of a chance here. Dawson flicks it. Vickery gets knocked over. And the All Blacks just crashing into England. Huge defence. And it's on the All Black side. They get a penalty.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Brilliant defence.
Sensational. That is counter-rucking at its very best.
That was furious defence.
Jerry Collins, the man. He really provided the power in that. Just fantastic.
Good little break by England on that replay, and then it was really countered by New Zealand. Sanderson on the outside, good break. Chris Jack keeping up with it. So Cohen slipped Howlett's tackle, nailed by Jack. And that was where the start of that counter ruck. It's a pity we couldn't see that.
4 minutes remaining in the first half. 13-10. All Blacks lead. Move off the space. Move off. 5 dash once more. Thank you.
Mialamu towards the back again. It's Soyalo, clean as a whistle. Now Kelleher charges into open space. Got it away to Carter. Almost to the 22. Carried on by Marsoe. In pass from Major to Collins. And the All Blacks reform it as they work the blind side again. Major slips it to the skipper. Driven back, but retained possession.
Slowed it down though, England. They did that effectively. It was good play, England.
Now it's with Woodcock. Sivivatu hasn't had many opportunities so far in the game. Kelleher
looking for a bit of a hole, wasn't he? He didn't get it, but still got the ball.
I don't think it was Kelleher, actually. It might have been Marsoe. Here's Sivivatu looking to get involved.
Yes, they turned him on his back. It was actually great play. You can see Sivivatu on his back clearly, and that's the man there. So it was Borthwick that did it.
England's turn to defend well.
I want it because we've got a good contest here.
He's actually got Ali Williams there, I think, for going over the top.
Scoop the ball back. I don't want to go to cards. I don't want to. But let's make a decision. Come on. Let's make a decision. Play the game. Straight down.
So the penalty for Hodgson to kick into touch. About a minute remaining in the first half. What a contest it's been too.
England walking to the line out. All Blacks already there.
One out. I want clear daylight, a half back. You stay out.
Well, Borthwick leaping across, and in the end Thompson throws it straight to Jack anyway. The All Blacks grateful for that as Carter spins it wide to Umaga, puts his boot to the ball. I don't see that very often, and Lucy runs it back inside the 22, but he's got a man to do the kicking for him, and Cueto does. And that in fact is the last act of the first half here at Twickenham. Absorbing it, it's been. One try apiece. This man here, Martin Corrie, got the first for England. Tana Umaga, so the two captains have scored the tries, and at the break it's 13-10 to the All Blacks.
Wonderful contest, test match rugby at its purest. A real battle up front right in the first few minutes. England really taking it to New Zealand, and in fact dominating the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then the New Zealand forward pack and the offensive defence started taking its toll on England, and the forward ball by the back.